Good day, people. Welcome to Monday Inspiration on Entertainment Gist. And today we are talking about value who is around you. Your spouse, your house help, children, good friend, good neighbor, whoever. But today we're going to use family value as a case study. Now, a lot of families fight for nothing. Some husbands complain that their wife are not good, they are not wife material, they don't know how to manage money, that they are hot-tempered, she is nagging, she is this. In fact, so many husbands these days sees their wife as the source, as the cause of their problem, the cause of their predicament. Some even say that their wife is the one responsible for their bad economy, and that the wife is the reason why they are not progressing. So they see their women as a total blockages, as in that woman should just go. They feel like leaving the marriage. They feel like chasing the woman away, and vice versa. The woman also sees the man another way. He is cheating. He is this and all that, and the problem goes on and on. And this whole thing will now engulf our mind and breed so much hatred that we will not be able to appreciate one another anymore. Now, let's take the case of our dad Jesus as an example. The reason why you should value who you have now. Yes. When our dad Jesus comedy was here with us, a lot of us, we hated her just because we could not understood her lifestyle. We condemned her. Now she's no more with us. We now begin to miss her, because there will never be anyone like her again in the comedy industry. May her soul rest in peace. Amen. I also remember then her husband was seeing her as his problem. He was complaining that our dad Jesus have done that our dad Jesus was cheating. He even came on air to castigate her, to destroy her. Oh, but today she's gone to a better place to rest with the Lord. And presently now, will you tell me that that man is not missing her? Will you tell me that that man is not regretting his actions? Presently now, I'm sure he must have been, he must have started seeing the goodness in her, the kindness in her. But then, lack of appreciation made him to hate her, to the extent of coming publicly to castigate her out of ignorance. Now, let us learn from them and learn to appreciate one another, whomever God have given to you. Learn from a case of Father Jesus and the husband. Now, let me also tell you a story of a family I know too well. They are pastors, Pastor, Mr. and Mrs. Their children are all grown up, married, and some of them working in different places and that. I know even from the beginning, their marriage was not that a cruisy one. It was marriage full of quarreling and fighting and nagging and all that. But the main problem is this, that the man was seeing his wife as a problem, that the wife should go. Every time he prays and complains that the wife should leave his house, because he always told the family, he always complained to his family that his wife is not a good woman. This thing got to the extent that whenever that man travels to the village, the senior sister in the village will say, "Hey, you are looking pale. Your wife have drained you. Come, let me take care of you. She will quickly go and cook onubu soup, cook and be feeding him. And then within 2 weeks, the man will get fat and then come back to Lagos." And they will say, this thing continued on and on. So there was no peace at home. Any small thing, his sisters will come in. They will tell he should come back to village. He should come back to village. Let them take care of him. This, that. That the wife is bad. To cut the long story short, a day came, the wife was involved in an auto crash, and then That was the end. She passed away in auto crash accident. Now, the man was left alone. Children are married. Some are working in their working places. He was left alone with Umu boy. What happened? The irony of life. This life, no balance at all. Oh. When we try, they use our brain, they balance this life sometimes. The man came back to his base. He will go to his business place and come back. Left alone in the house. Nobody to talk with. He have a hypertension, a health issue. So then when his wife was around, she knows how to select his meals, his diet, to avoid complication. But now the wife is no longer there. So there is nobody to be cooking all those mendacious diet for him to be more healthy. He was left alone to be doing all those things. And then those so-called sisters of his that always tell him that his wife is not a good woman, they could not leave their family to come and take care of their brother. No, they left him alone. All they could do is to visit once in a while and then go back to their house. So this man began to struggle all alone. That was when he now realized that he had made a mistake. He now began to cry and miss his dear lovely wife who was no more. Because there is nobody to cook for him those dishes anymore. Nobody to do his laundry. Nobody to even talk with when he gets back from business. Yeah, if na quarrel, may you see who they quarrel with now. If na quarrel, they won't quarrel. Maybe they quarrel together. At least make the house they warm. And this man I'm talking about is not on that age of getting married. He was tired of getting married, bearing children, changing diaper at his old age. As the man I'm telling you, it should be about that kind of 59, 60, 61, 62 years. So he doesn't have that time of marrying another wife to start, baby will start crying in the night and all that. He doesn't have time for that anymore. He's outgrown that. So this man began to struggle alone. And he began to say that his sisters, that they have deceived him not to see the angel that God gave him. That was when he now even realized that his wife, who he hated so much, that she was even better than his sisters. That his wife was even taking care of him better than his own sisters are taking care of their husband. That his wife, he was even better. But it was too late. Now this thing continued and continued. The man continued to manage his health. And then his health issue, the hypertension issue, became worse. In and out of hospital. Prior to when his wife was alive, he would just take his medication and that was okay. He was managing it steadily and he was healthy. Nobody will know. But when the wife passed away, my dear, it became worse. Now, when the woman was alive, they said the woman was cursing and then draining him, making him to be sick. Now the wife have gone away, is no longer there. He now became terribly sick. Now tell me who to blame. He began to move in and out of admission. There was nobody to take good care of his business anymore. Umu boy began to loot his money because he was in and out of admission all the time. He couldn't concentrate on the business anymore. Before you know it, 1 year passed, going to 2 years, his wife passed away. He also gave up the ghost, and that was the end of their own chapter. So, what am I trying to say? If he had learned earlier to concentrate on his marriage and value his wife, probably they must have been happy together now. Because what actually caused the woman to involve in that accident somehow is due to this same marital crisis. They traveled to village for a Christmas celebration. So somehow the discomfort that the sister-in-laws was giving to the woman could not make her to wait until the husband is ready to go back. So she boarded a public transport just to leave the village for them. On her way coming back to Lagos, she encountered accident and then that was it. So could you understand it now? So my people, let us learn from these two stories that I have told us and learn to appreciate and value who is around us. Take a tour today and then take a time out today. Look at that your beautiful wife. Remember that old time. Look at that your husband. Remember when you people started, and appreciate one another. Tell one another some beautiful words. Honey, sweetie, I love you. I care for you. I'm happy that you are still here running this race with me. Appreciate one another. Look at that your house help around you, that your nwa boy around you, and tell them, Nna, jisike, ana m ahụkwa aka ọrụ gị. I can see your handwork. Continue. God will bless you. Look at that your children and say, my kids, my son, my daughters, may the Lord bless you. I'm happy to have you around me. Speak good words into them. That could energize the whole family to boost up and start moving up again. Let us stop this insubordination and start appreciating one another. Thank you for listening. Remember to come back next week, Monday, for another inspirational Monday. And also share this video. And please, if you have not been following my page, please do that now. Help me to build this community so that I keep on bringing you the good message that the Lord has given to me. Thank you. Stay tuned. Bye.